Hey y'all, I know it's been a while. So I'm gonna do two videos. First, I'm gonna do a video on what has worked for me this time around in battling COVID. And the second video, I'm gonna talk about my learning so far for Lent. So I tested positive for COVID, not last Thursday, but the Thursday, was it last Thursday? Maybe it was last Thursday. I don't know anymore. It seemed like I've been in the house forever. But I tested positive and my symptoms began, I guess it was, so today is the 16th, so it had to have been, Sunday was the 5th. Yeah. So I tested positive last Thursday. My first symptoms were that Sunday before, which was the 5th. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure how I got it, but I pinpointed the range between the week prior, which was the week of February 28th through the 5th. So I mean through the 4th. And I assume it has to be that range just because of the incubation of COVID and how it works. So last time I didn't have the body aches, I didn't have fevers until probably the second week of my infection. And I just was run down, was weak, had a whole lot of congestion, and I want to keep it 100. I feel like a lot of the symptoms that I had the first time around were due to fear because I didn't know what to expect. My son was also positive, so I was worrying about him and not really getting a lot of rest. But the things that worked for me the last time, I brought those forward this time. But in addition to doing the things that worked for me the last time, which was trying to get a lot of rest and trying to stay hydrated and keep eating, which I failed at that first time, I also made sure that I didn't really blow my nose a lot because that can increase the sinus pressure, which in turn increases the inflammation of your sinuses, which makes it hard to breathe. So I didn't blow my nose. I didn't really sniffle a lot this time just because I, again, wanted to keep the sinus pressure to a minimum. I made sure to keep working out. And so I started Noom back in January. And so I've been working out almost every single day in some way, shape, fashion, or form since the second week of January. And I only missed one day, which was last week, because I took time to spend time with my son. But that has probably been one of the biggest impacts to me being able to recover faster this time. I also have been getting a lot of sleep. My sleep average has been an hour higher than it normally has because my body needs to sleep, 100% needs to sleep. I also knew that I needed to take things that were going to boost my immune system. So I use my Best Defense from Herbalife. I take it twice a day. Of course, drink a lot of water, drinking hot tea, again, helping to stay hydrated, but also the steam and the heat from the tea helps to decrease the inflammation in my sinuses. I took, when in the first part of my infection this time, I took Dayquil almost around the clock. So that way I could breathe, and also the headaches, because I had headaches this time, and I also had the body aches and fevers this time. So I kept the Dayquil in my system so that way I could keep a lot of those symptoms at bay. And honestly though, I feel like the exercising, and I wasn't just doing light workouts, so I try to do a bar class every day and then some type of strength class, which bar is a strength class, but I mean actually lifting weights. So I did that one day when I didn't really have a whole lot of energy. I just did yoga, I did a bar class, and I also did a stretching class because I needed to recover. And so my workout routine is some type of strength class, some type of bar or Pilates, and a stretching class, so that way I'm stretching my muscles out. So I've been doing that, so I'm burning at least 3 to 5, maybe 600 calories just from working out. And during the rest of the day I was still able to work, so I worked, and I was also able to just keep myself in a good place. The unfortunate thing, because I'm immunocompromised, the last time it took me about it was the almost the 4th week. So I finally tested negative that Tuesday, and that Wednesday made it 4 weeks since I had tested positive. So it was really like 5 weeks. So it took me that long to test negative, and so I'm hoping and praying that that happens for me this time. The beautiful thing, God answered my prayer. My child has remained negative, which leads me to believe I probably got it from him, because he's clingy like all of the kids are with their parents. They want to be right up under you. So he has been negative the whole time. I've been testing him like every 3 or 4 days because he's still been going to school. And so I believe I got it from him, or I got it at his school, because they have had COVID going around. And of course, because of the county I live in, they don't contact trace. They don't necessarily tell you if there's an infection in the class if the child, that parent, doesn't disclose while the kid is out. And so the only thing he's dealing with is his regular allergies, and so I'm just very grateful to God for that. So again, the things that have helped me this time, in addition to what I did the last time, which was the using my Flonase. And so I forgot about that. So I've been using my Flonase, and I have a prescription for another nasal spray, olopatadine, I think that's how you say it. So I use those morning and night, and that helps to reduce the inflammation in my sinuses, so that way I can breathe. Use those morning and night. Now I'm at the point where I just take the Dayquil as needed. So if I have a headache that day, I may take it. Like I took it once a day, and I may take NyQuil at night depending on if I'm coughing. But I haven't really had that much coughing since probably like last weekend. I have it here and there, but I was having it consistently, like Thursday night, well, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. I was consistently having coughing. Of course, I wear my N95 mask. I sanitize, so I use the Clorox fabric sanitizer spray. So I spray upstairs and downstairs, as well as with Lysol, especially during the day, because I'm home by myself working. And so I spray before I go get my son. I spray, and I keep my mask on while he's around. And then once he goes to bed, I take my mask off and I work out, and I spray again, just so that way, you know, again, I'm reducing the likelihood that he's gonna get it from me if he hasn't already had it. And staying active is number one. Like, if you're able, do it. If not, of course, you know your body. But for me, because I've been working out like nearly every day, my body needs to work out. It is how I relieve stress. And of course, having COVID can be a stressful situation. Then Dayquil, I've been doing the immunity shots. But this is the other thing too. So I had already made up in my mind that I was going to be juicing the week that I got sick, or that I found out I was sick, because I was going to do that as part of my Lent fast. Lo and behold, you know, of course, me having COVID. So I've been drinking the Mommy Boost juice from Whole Foods. It has apples, ginger, beets, and something else in it. And all of those things are good. The beets especially are good for your heart, but the ginger, of course, is going to help reduce inflammation. So I drank that, drank like a cup and a half of that twice a day. I also had the Greenade juice, which is it's like a green juice, so that's going to give you vitamins and nutrients that your body needs. So I drank like 1 cup of that a day, but I was kind of like alternating it. But I also was doing immunity shots. So in the beginning, I was doing like 2 of them, but I've been doing maybe 1 because I ran out and I had to buy some more. And I also, like I said, I've been doing my Best Defense from Herbalife. I also been taking my Restore and L-glutamine because I've been working out and lifting weights. But both of those are good for muscle recovery, and the Restore from Herbalife is also good for workout induced inflammation. So all of that is good for reducing inflammation. A lot of the ingredients and some of the different things I'm taking have astragalus in it, zinc, echinacea, all things that are good for your immune system. So that's what I've been taking to get over COVID this time, and I'm hoping and praying that I test negative soon, because I want to go outside. Like, it's pretty out. We have been having some pollen, but I really miss walking outside. And not saying that I can't walk outside, but I don't want to exacerbate the COVID or any respiratory related things with the pollen and things in the air. So that's what I've been taking to get over COVID this time. Bye.